In today's video, we're going to go over 3 ways to save on your taxes. Hi everyone, my name is Helen. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, we're going to go over 3 ways to save on taxes, and these are ways that you can be saving in the upcoming year so that the next year when you pay your taxes, you will have less to pay by just taking advantage of things that are available to pretty much everyone. So if you like content like this, remember to subscribe and like on this video. It helps out the channel to grow. The first way that you can save money on your taxes is by getting a 401k plan. Now, a 401k plan is usually available through most people's employers, and it is a way that you can put money aside for retirement, and that's one of the ways that you're able to save on your taxes. Now, this particularly applies to your federal taxes. So what they do is any money that you put into your 401k plan, that's essentially not counted in your federal taxes as far as your income is concerned. So let's say you put $10,000 into a 401k plan through your employer, and whatever your employer matches, that's a separate portion of that particular type of account. But that $10,000 that you've put into the account, the government sees it as tax deferred. So that means that you put the money in, and if you make, let's say, $60,000 and you've put $10,000 into a 401k plan, well, the government is taxing you on $50,000 instead of $60,000. That's one of the ways that it helps to reduce your taxes, and you will pay taxes on that money when you take it out in retirement. This is a retirement account, so you will have to wait until you reach your retirement age in order to take that money out, but you won't be paying taxes on it when you put the money into the account. Now, the thing you have to keep in mind when it comes to a 401k account is that you can put aside up to $23,000, and that's going to be tax deferred. That's for the year 2024, so the amount that you can put in might change over the upcoming years. They do change the amounts that you can put aside into a 401k plan, so that's something to keep an eye out for. But as of the time that I'm filming this video, you can put in $23,000 in a single year, and that's going to be tax deferred into your 401k plan. Now, when it comes to a 401k plan, if you are self-employed or maybe you don't have an employer who has that kind of account, you do have other options. In the case of someone who is self-employed, you can open an individual 401k plan or a solo 401k plan. And in that case, you can still put in the same amount of money as far as how much you can personally contribute. And if you are self-employed, you may also be able to take advantage of some additional tax benefits when it comes to your 401k plan, but that really does depend on what type of job you have and what kind of account that you open. So you will want to look into the details of this specific account that you do open. The second way that you can save on your taxes in the upcoming year is to open an IRA account. Now, there are 2 types of IRA accounts. One is tax deferred in the same way that a 401k is tax deferred, and the other type of account is not tax deferred, but any gains that you make on it, you don't pay taxes in the future. So depending on how you want to go about your taxes and your goals, it really depends on which kind of account you want to open. A traditional IRA is tax deferred. That means you put in the money and the government does not count that amount that you put in to that particular account as part of your income. Now, in an IRA, you do not have the same contributions that you have in a 401k. You can only put in $7,000. But that $7,000 that you put into that account is going to be tax deferred as long as you don't have a 401k plan or your income level is not so high that it cannot count as a tax deferred account. There are some limitations when it comes to what is available to tax defer, depending on if you have a 401k plan through an employer and also what kind of income that you make. So you do want to keep that in mind. But generally speaking, for most people, an IRA account is a great way to save on your taxes and help reduce your overall tax bills. When you are looking at an IRA account, you do need to keep in mind that a Roth IRA is not tax deferred, so that is a different type of account. Now, in the case of a Roth IRA, the way it works is you pay taxes on the money right now, and what you contribute That's going to be in your retirement account, and like any other retirement account, you can take it out in retirement. The difference between a Roth IRA and a traditional IRA is that when you do take contributions from your Roth IRA in the future, that money will not be taxed. So in the future, anything taken out of a Roth IRA is a tax-free amount of money because you've already paid taxes on that money in the previous years. You do want to take into account the type of IRA account that works best for you will depend on what your personal goals are and what kind of taxes you are currently paying. So if you're trying to reduce your current tax bill, going with a traditional IRA is a better choice. If you're trying to reduce your tax bill in the future, let's say you expect to have more in retirement and you don't want to be paying those extra taxes when you start taking money out of your IRA account, then you might want to consider a Roth IRA instead. The third way that you could potentially save money on your taxes is by opening a 529 account for your children. Now, a 529 account is a type of college savings account for your children that they can take money out in the future to pay for their college expenses, and those expenses will then be tax-free. Now, what you have to keep in mind with a 529 account is it does not work in the same way as an IRA or a 401k. The way that a 529 plan works is that you put the contribution in for, let's say, a child that you have or a grandchild, whatever the case may be. And that amount of money is put into an account for your child to use for education expenses. So when they reach the age where they were maybe going to college or a trade school or something like that, they can take the money out tax-free to pay for those particular types of expenses. Now, the thing you have to keep in mind with a 529 account is that it does not have a federal tax benefit. You will not be getting tax benefits as far as putting money into the account and you are deferring that money from your own taxes. That does not apply on the federal level. However, there are some states that will give you deductions for contributing to a 529 plan. You will have to look into the details of your specific state, but since you can save some money on state taxes, that is obviously going to be very helpful. The other way that a 529 account will help is that you are not required to pay gift taxes on it. Now, gift taxes are a little bit different than other types of taxes, but in the case of a 529 account, you are exempt from any kind of gift taxes up to $18,000 per account. So let's say you have 2 children and you put $18,000 into each of those accounts. Neither of those accounts up to $18,000 is going to count as a gift tax portion. So the thing about gift taxes is that you can give a certain amount of money to, let's say, friends, family, children, anyone that you want to give to. But when you reach a certain threshold, which can vary by year, then the government will start to have you pay taxes on that or have the recipient pay taxes depending on the specific details of what you have given. Now, if you give something like a car, for example, the recipient will have to pay the property taxes on that and may have to pay an additional tax because it was given to them for free. So they'll have to pay taxes based on the value of that vehicle. That's a little bit different compared to other types of taxes, and you'll want to look into the details in particular when it comes to gift taxes. Now, the threshold for gift tax is pretty high, so on average, most people will not actually have to pay that, and it is a lifetime threshold, meaning that you give a certain amount of gifts and you have a threshold, but it builds over time and it really takes several years to reach that threshold unless you are very wealthy and giving away a whole lot of money to, let's say, friends, family, or your children. But the thing to keep in mind when it comes to a 529 plan is that that is not only going to be exempt up to $18,000 per person on a gift tax, so that won't count toward that threshold, but some states will give you a tax deduction when you're filing your taxes, and your children are going to be able to use that money tax-free for education-related costs. That's it for today's video. If you guys like the video, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.